What are you doing?
I'm hashtagging husband's whiskey addiction.
Are you Skype? Are you snapping?
I'm snapping.
Doing some snapping? YouTube should not have space.
Okay, that's what I want. Thank you. Better?
Who all sees that?
I don't know, my snap friends.
Who are your snap friends?
Not very many, like 5.
Like who?
CJ, Ricky and Ashley, Tristan, Emily, Nick, Bailey, Nazi.
Nick who?
Oh, Tristan's Nick.
Oh. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hold on. No, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. Oh. You need a drink? Do you need some more ice?
Yeah.
Did you forget? Do you need ice in that?
No,
It's 100 proof.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
put
you
a
a-
cube in there.
Put a cube in there. Who forgot their shit this time, YouTube?
Not because it keeps free.
Nice pants.
Okay, I only dress from the top up.
Me too. I'm wearing gym shorts.
I wasn't prepared to stand up.
Well, hello.
Glasses up.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
I'm Toby,
I'm Megan.
and this is still Toby's Tastings, episode 7 tonight. Episode. Every time I say what episode number it is, you say, really?
I mean, 7.
Yeah, 7. That means we've been doing this one a week, set for 7 weeks, I think. So that's pretty good dedication for only 3 viewers. I mean, this is barely watchable, so I mean, whatever. So a lot of stuff has happened in the past week. You can, if you're our one-time, long-time viewer, Steve, you can probably see we rearranged a little bit, and that's because we have a new addition to the household, and it's this beautiful 19th century, assumedly 19th century secretary desk that we found at an antique store, and I've been looking for something to store our whiskey in, and we finally got it set up. I reinforced the glass shelves with some wood that I cut out and stained. We've got it anchored to the wall. It's just, we're super happy with it, and it just, it's just super cool. And we've got some wines and stuff down in the bottom you can't see, but I'm going on that
We're
trip.
really happy with it.
Oh, we're super happy. It's so beautiful and
Right up our alley.
right up our alley. And we paid for it, but we could have paid. I'm sure I looked online. There's some that if we get in a tough place, we could probably flip that thing and make a couple $100 off of it. So,
Right.
I'm looking forward to my guys' trip to Kentucky to be able to put some more bourbons in there. I'm missing some Woodfords. I'm missing some Knob Creeks. I'm missing some Makers. So,
We'll see if we have the room.
there's room. So, yeah, I guess in other news is it's coronavirus season. So, don't touch your face.
Don't touch my face.
I don't know about you, but like anytime someone says don't touch your face, like I immediately just
I
touch.
wanted to touch
It's
my
like
face.
like my face itches right. I got an itch. I can't help it.
Okay, behind my ears, I guess.
Now we have coronavirus. Now I'm itchy all over. So that's fun. We're in Oklahoma, and the first confirmed case was up in Tulsa.
It's just gonna get worse, y'all.
So cheers. We're stocked up for a month. Obviously, we're stocked up. Cheers. So. We're casually drinking some Jim Beam Black. It's been something that she's really enjoyed. I've liked it too. Recommended from my buddy Matt. And I've got a half gallon in that cabinet behind us, so we're trying to polish off this 5th tonight. So, touch my face again. Oh, you touched your face.
I know I did.
We both have coronavirus now.
We don't have coronavirus, but...
My throat was a little itchy today.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, tonight we're going to be tasting Early Times, the Bottled and Bond Early Times, right? Yes, Bottled and Bond, yes. I'm prepared. I bought this. I don't even know what it is. So,
yeah, I have no clue. I'm just along for the tastings.
Well, this particular whiskey is a very interesting one. I've been trying to pick some whiskeys that might... I'm going to stab myself.
Please don't.
Maybe not. Maybe we
We've
shouldn't.
already been drinking, so
Yeah,
we
maybe
don't
we
really
shouldn't.
need...
God.
Hey, can I just help you? I've got some bells.
I got this.
I mean, I could probably just...
Here, I'll do it with mine, I
I
suppose.
think, no, let's not do that. Can you just...
Hold on.
No,
You just got to do it by feel.
It's open. Alright, we're good. No bloodshed yet.
So anyway, the story on this whiskey is... I guess I need to pour it. It came up on my radar because I went into George's Liquor in downtown Oklahoma City, and George's, the owner Cody, he was like, "Oh, we got Early Times," or one of the people there. "We got Early Time Bottle and Bond," and I was like, "Man, that sounds really familiar." And I left. I went back to work. It was one of those things where I left and went back to work, and then came back and bought it. And the reason why is because Bourbon Pursuit did a podcast where they did a blind taste test of not all, but like 10 or 15 Bottled and Bond. And if you remember, Bottled and Bond came out in like 1897. It was the government putting regulations out to help up the quality of whiskey, because previously people were just getting clear moonshine and putting shoe polish or tobacco spit in it. And so the government stepped in and said, no, Bottled and Bond, 4 years old, aged in new charred oak barrels. It's got to be aged in a government bonded warehouse. It's got to be distilled in a single season. So they put all these regulations to help improve the quality of whiskey so that the consumer could know what they were getting. So bourbon's kind of moved past that now. You've got small batch, single barrel, barrel selects and everything else. But the Bottled and Bond are still a really quality bourbon, and you know what you're getting out of them. You're going to get something that's it's aged 4 years. All those things. It's going to be something you can drink a little bit. So, Bourbon Pursuit did a blind taste test of a bunch of Bottled and Bond, and they did Evan Williams, they did I think McKenna, they did Jim Beam, they did I don't even remember. I think they had a Dickel in there, which Dickel's a Tennessee whiskey, so that was interesting. Maybe they have a Bottled and Bond and they just don't call it that, but they did all that, and they did this late in 2019, and this is the one that won in their blind taste test.
Nice. So we're gonna get to try that.
So we're gonna try that.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so it is. I mean, it is a pretty cool thing. Like one of the people that's on their panel is Fred Minnick, who went to Oklahoma State. I think he's from Oklahoma, but he is a world-renowned bourbon palate, and he's on tasting. Whenever they have the panels that taste and award things, he gets to be on those. And flannel is a bad choice because I'm sweating. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah. So Fred Minnick, he was on that, and he was one of the ones that picked it as well. And he's done a write-up on this. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, and I'm gonna steal some from Fred Minnick as well. But that's just a name drop about how good the quality on this is. So
I'm excited.
Yeah. So let's talk about some facts about this bourbon. All right. It costs between $20 and $25. I think I might have paid a little bit more. It was a downtown liquor store, so you can't. I've had trouble finding this in Oklahoma City. If you remember do you remember the brand Early Times?
I mean, I'm not
super
brand.
So Early Time, there's Early Time comes. not this, but regular Early Times is called Kentucky Whiskey. And it's a lot like Kentucky Deluxe in that it is a blended... Yeah, it's a blended, it's mainly like neutral grain spirits with like just enough whiskey and then food coloring to make it look darker. So that's what Early Times, when I think of Early Times, that's what I associate. But Early Times is a product of Brown and Forman. Do you remember someone else that was Brown and Forman? Episode 6, we tried Old Forester 1920. The Prohibition style. So these are both Brown and Forman. And Brown and Forman put this out, it put it out in 2017 as a limited edition 75th anniversary to commemorate the original Early Time bonded bourbon recipe. In the 1950s, that bourbon was the number one selling bourbon. And so this was limited edition, announced in the summer of 2017, and the announcement that I found was June 2017. And it was actually from Fred Minnick's website, his blog site. So that's still on there. So that's pretty cool. The mash bill is 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley. One of these days we will do a wheated bourbon. I promise. But this is going to be another rye. So yeah.
What else you gotta say?
That's it. Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments?
I don't think so.
Is there any neat stuff on the back? Early Time? No. 100 proof, so 50% booze. That's bottled and bond style. It has to be 100 proof. So, yeah.
Alright.
Your ice is melted. That's that high proof.
Yep. It's alright. I like the chill on the whiskey, not the watered down, but I do like a chill.
So the color on it, yours is watered down, but I mean,
it was like very amber, but compared,
mine's that's leathery. Yours has got ice, and you can see that the water floating around in it. That's pretty cool.
Like, should I swirl it?
Let's see the legs on it if you want. I can't really tell anything. But it's definitely I'd say a light leather color. So let's see what the professionals say. The whiskeyjug.com says copper. Whiskey Wash says medium copper. So I guess that is copper. We don't have our Moscow Mule mugs out. So yeah, let's take a sniff.
I'm trying to remember to open my mouth whenever I smell. It's hard to do.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, after you.
Maybe a little sweet, a little vanilla.
Yeah. Kind of just. I get caramel. Yeah. It kind of just smells like bourbon.
Right. But like most bourbon smells like
bourbon. It smells like
straight up
caramel, vanilla. Let's see what they say. Alright. Whiskey Jug, nose, classic bourbon, oak, fruit, peanuts, vanilla, cream,
so I get vanilla.
Molasses cookies, and then they say nice, quite nice.
Quite
nice. Nice, quite nice. Whiskey Wash, baking spices, caramel, oak, citrus. I just get a real, a little bit of oak, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla. It just smells like bourbon. Like it's not.
Pretty standard.
It's not fruity.
It's pretty standard, I would say.
Yeah, I mean it's not offensive. It's not one way or another. It's not like super fruity sweet. It's just a. I feel like. Some.
It was like me earlier. I was like trying to wipe my mouth because I smelled some.
Smell it compared to your Jim Beam.
I gotta shake it.
Like it definitely has a more.
Well, mine's too watered down.
Yeah, smell this. This has a more has a stronger
Oh,
presence. Even yours with ice in it, I bet.
Yeah, no, it does.
Like,
yeah, for sure, it's stronger than the Jimmy.
it has a more pronounced. And this is 43%, so this is 86.
It's not super off though.
Yeah, but like I'm just smell wise, this has more of a presence. Like, and I'm not just the booze, but just a fuller,
palate.
Yeah, nose palate. It has a fuller aroma. Like it just smells like whiskey.
Smells.
All right.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's nice.
So immediately for me, it's got a very strong presence on the palate, kind of some oaky, vanilla flavors, and then the finish comes on just right in your face, and then it's got some burn, but then it kind of gives way to some vanilla and cream.
I like it.
It is really good.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. And after tasting, I can smell some of the oak now. Cinnamon. Yeah, there's all kinds of flavors going on there.
I get a little
Candy?
bit of cinnamon.
I just got kind of a candy.
Some sweet. I like it.
That's really
like
complex for a bonded. We've tried some bondeds, and that is...
Ooh, gives me that. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
So palate. TheWhiskeyJug.com. Classic bourbon. Bourbon peanuts. Yeah, there's probably some that's probably what I'm... Roasted, like I get like roasted peanuts.
Yeah,
that's what I wasn't able to. Caramel, oak, dark fruit, vanilla, cinnamon, brown sugar, toast, brown sugar and toast. Brown sugar and toast.
Toast? Oh no, it's been a minute since I've had some toast. So maybe. Oh, excuse me.
Are you gonna bust into the hiccups?
Maybe. Oh.
Oh, great.
Yep. Shoot.
Just let them roar. Why are they so... Usually it's like... Like,
so
I'll be over here...
Not to be a pterodactyl.
I'll be over here playing on... Yeah. I'll be over here playing on my computer, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh! Sounds like a pterodactyl, and she's like... She's got the hiccups.
Making me laugh because maybe it'll get rid of them. I'm sorry. I don't know.
What were you even talking about? Light caramel, dark fruit that gives way to light oak and cinnamon. The finish, earthy, bitter that gives way to spice notes for a warm finish. I mean, maybe they think earthy and bitter because it's so... It just... There's some, like the Old Forester 1920. It starts off subtle, ramps up, and dies down. This one, that finish, it hits you right in the mouth. It starts off... Why are you... What is wrong with you?
No, I just like it.
Oh, you just like this?
Yeah, I do.
You really like this? So I need to pick up a couple more bottles?
No, but I like it.
Yeah.
What was the one I didn't like?
Old Granddad 114.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that was a rye one, too.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But this one, it's good.
Yeah. And you know what the difference was? We put some ice in there, watered it down a little bit. Now the 114 is 114 proof. This is 100 proof. But like you like yours with a little bit of ice in there.
I do. I like it cooled off a little.
I can see why this one.
That's good.
It's definitely got a strong up front. it's strong up front, and then it just kind of mellows out and chills and just hangs out on the taste buds. This is pretty
very
tasty.
drinkable.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this
is.
is very drinkable. This will get you in some trouble.
Yeah. We've done quite a few tastings now. I've been with you with quite a few.
Yeah,
this one is one that it's.
This is one of your favorites.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
We'll have to go back and revisit some other ones.
I think
as we develop our palates, just you and me. I mean, we've got the whiskey. You know, I like this one. I don't know. I mean, for $25, I mean, shit. That's a damn good bottle for $25.
I feel like it's a good deal.
Yeah. I mean, we could pull out. I've got some Evan Williams bonded. I've got some Jim Beam bonded.
I'm excited to try some of the others.
Yeah.
But right now, tonight.
Yeah.
This one's good. What else you got?
I guess that's about it. Hey, do you got anything else?
Jim Beam Black, extra aged, delicious.
We're really loving Larceny too. The 92 proof is so yummy.
Thursday, which is needed. Just a drink with dinner, and that's what I went for.
Yeah, I already picked up. We polished off. You saw in the last video we did that. We polished that off Thursday night, and I'd already bought another bottle to restock it because that.
I mean, it's a good drinking whiskey again.
Oh, it's so creamy and delicious. Like that's probably my favorite right now. Yeah. And again, that's a $20, maybe $30. It's a $20-something bottle.
Yeah. So to have a glass with dinner, it's like perfect. Good.
Or breakfast. I'm kidding. Yeah. Drink responsibly.
All right. So, I think we're ending.
I guess so. I don't have anything else. So, cheers. Stay safe with the coronavirus. Don't touch your face. I'll have a counter. Oh, I'm touching it right now. I'll have a counter in the bottom for every time we touched our face on the episode. So, what do you think? How many times do you think combined between us we touched our face in this episode? 12 million? No. Well, I'm going to do Prices Right rules.
I'm going to say like 30.
You think
but
30 times?
30. But what does it matter?
I'm going to say that we touched our face. 30 is a really good guess. I'm going to say 20. I'm going to say between both of us we touched our faces 20 times.
Y'all, you're not going to get the fucking coronavirus. Maybe
you might. You might.
You might.
You don't know because every news. All right, hold on. Depending on what news channel or who you're listening to, some people say it's nothing, and then some people are like, we're all gonna die. We don't know. What did we end up doing? You know what we ended up doing? We ended up going to Sam's and doubling up on our. We did this to double up on our regular stuff that we buy in case we got shut down and had to stay in our house for a extended period of time. And guess what? We've got enough booze and wine in this house that if we get shut in, Harvey is going to end up having a sibling. Because
Oh wow.
Oh,
that's not where I thought we were going.
You know my buddy Adam. You know what I think it was Adam. No, it might have been Steve, or it might have been Matt. Somebody mentioned to me that. You know why boomers are called boomers?
Because they boomed a lot.
Yeah, well, they did boom. Not them, their parents boomed a lot. Basically, after World War II, and after the wars, soldiers came back from war and saw their wives and were like, and then they did a lot of the no pants dance, and a lot of them got pregnant, and there was not the soldiers, obviously. Well, I guess if they were a female soldier. But anyway.
The no pants dance.
They did the no pants dance.
Alright.
And there was a large boom of births. And that's why they're called boomers. And so Steve or Matt or Adam or somebody talked about that with the coronavirus, if we all get stuck inside, there's going to be a coronavirus boom. There's going to be, everybody's going to be stuck inside, so they're all going to be like, I felt like this was a bit. This Pachang. We should have stopped.
Yeah. No. Well, you can stop it because you edit it.
I do edit it. We can't afford an editor. All right, we're done. No, but they're saying that everyone's fucking. And so that there's going to be a baby boom after the coronavirus.
Okay.
Boomerona. Corona boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, corona time. Boom, boom, corona time.
Karumba.
Kaboom.
Karumba, ba, ba, ba. Karumba.